those little cuts you make with your food every day lead to ingestion of plastic, and the sooner you can just switch over to wood, the better. It's thank you for bringing that up. That makes me really happy. Because we went through that transition not so long ago, maybe like 3, 4 years ago. We were like, oh my God, the plastic in this cutting board is going to end up like in our blood. And I don't like to scare people into those things, but sometimes they're just true, and that swap is so easy. It should just be done today, you know?
For sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I know. When I remember the first time he came over and he saw all my plastic cutting boards, he's like, "Girl, no." But yeah, so I'm grateful he switched them all out for me. But yeah, it's so true. I'm curious, as a mom, do you feel like that has influenced your passion for sustainability as well, since you have your little ones that are going to inherit the earth?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of twofold, right? Like now, I'm looking at them and I just see them surrounded in this world of plastic, and like it's not just the accumulation of plastic on the planet, it's also just the health problems that come, after constant exposure to it. But the whole reason I kind of got into this was because when I was pregnant with my first son 10 years ago, my brother handed me this book, and it was called Boys Adrift, and it was about like how to raise like a productive son or something like that. And one of the chapters in there, they had one on video games, they had one on like how fathers and sons don't like hunt anymore, and so they're not in tune with nature. And then one of the things they talked about was plastic, and how plastic, like runoff from a plastic factory, went into the Potomac River, and the male fish started laying eggs. And they saw that this hormonal disruption from plastic is like hurting aquatic life. And then, further down, like 10 years later, we're finding out that it's also just as bad for human health. And that's like, as a parent, that's frightening, because 100 years ago, or pre 1906 or 1907, when plastic came around, like no one had to worry about these issues.
Right, right. It's kind of like that catch 22 of awareness. It's a blessing and a curse. We're like, okay, well, I'm glad I know about this, but also like, oh, yikes.
Yeah, I almost wish I could go back in time and be blissfully ignorant of the plastic crisis. I miss those days when I didn't know about it. But then once something becomes knowledge for you, the crazy thing, you just can't get rid of it. Like knowledge is crazy that way.
Yeah, I call that like the Wizard of Oz syndrome. It's like once you see behind the curtain, it's like you're done. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's exactly that. And so, you walk through like a supermarket, or you walk through a Sephora or an Ulta, and you're like, "Oh my God, this is all